Hello everyone. Can you guys hear me? Please let me know. Hi Dawn. Hi Heather. Thanks for joining me. Just quickly let me know that you guys can hear me so that I can get started. Hey Elizabeth. Yay. Okay, thank you PJB Stamper. Perfect. Yes, today I made all the checks so that I don't mess up. And so I'm all good today. Yeah. Thank you, Elizabeth. Yes, it's just I made sure I'm prepared today. Hi, Kim. Thanks for joining. I'll just give few more minutes and then I'll get started. I'm so glad that our new release fall on a Wednesday. So here I am on Wednesday doing the live on our new release day. Yeah, and I'm gonna show you some nice cute stack card. I'm thinking of creating a shaker card today. So I'm just gonna show you how I will do that. A full window shaker card. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so before I dive into the card making, I just wanted to quickly show all the embellishments and the cardstock up close. You guys can see the digital stamps. We have 4 digital stamps this month, 4 new digital stamps. And we have 3 embellishments and we also have 3 cardstocks. So I'm just going to quickly show you all the 3 embellishments and the 3 cardstocks, and then we'll move on to making the cards. So here, let me grab my triangle tray so that it's easy for me to pour down the embellishments. So here is the Shamrock Claybits. So here it's a beautiful mix of red, white and yellow. Sorry, green, white and yellow. So you have these green ivy leaves and you have some green and white sprinkles, and then you have this almost golden yellowish kind of color of round sprinkles, and there are some seed beads that I've thrown in. The seed beads are also in green and golden color. So it's a beautiful mix for your shaker cards. It's gonna give you a beautiful shaker sound, and it's gonna look very nice and vibrant on all your shaker cards for your St. Patrick's Day. So that is here, this one. Just bringing it a little bit up close so that you guys can see it. All the beautiful goodies in here. So that's there. The next one is, oh, I love these triangle tays. They're so easy to put the embellishment and then put the back in the bags. So I just love these trays. I've had them forever now. I used to make jewelries. So that's when I grabbed these, and now it's working for my paper crafting too. Here is another one. This is called the Easter Bunny Claybits. So in here we have some really cute bunnies. I'm just gonna take them out so that you can see the bunny head. So you just get this bunny, like the face of the bunny, the whole head here, and then you get this cute carrots in there, and there are some different colorful sprinkles thrown in so that it looks more colorful and beautiful. So this is here the bunny claybits with the bunny and the carrots and some sprinkles thrown in. So there you go. I just love the beautiful colors, the orange and the green and the yellow. It's just so cute and just perfect for creating some spring cards. The next one, and actually this is one of my favorites from this release, is this Easter Remix Claybits. So this one, we do have these eggs and the chicks separately selling on in our store, but I thought why not create a cute remix with these Claybits, because I really like the chicken here, just so cute. So I threw in these chicks, we have these cute eggs, and then we have some colorful, sorry, I was a little out of frame there. We have some seed beads in here, like light green, light blue, pink, and yellow seed beads. Along with that, I have also added some jewels. So here you will find some of these silver jewels in there, the 6mm silver jewels. So that's why I called it a remix, because I kind of threw in everything, the seed beads, the clay bits, and also the jewels. So that's our remix Claybits mix from this month release. Isn't that cute? I just love this. This is one of my favorites from this release, and I'm thinking of using this today. I'm not sure, but maybe this one. My phone is... Okay, yeah, there you go. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move this aside and quickly show you the three... So I do not make the Claybits, Dawn, but I make the mix. So I get the Claybits like separately. So I get each piece separately. Like in this one, I get the eggs and the chicks and everything separately, and I do make the mix myself. I can make these things too. I am a polymer clay artist. I can, but it's a lot of effort, and I don't think I am that good at making these things. I mean, I'm not to say I'm not good, but I'm just that I cannot make it. I don't have the time to sit and make these, because it's a lot of work to make these. So yeah, I just make the mix. Yeah. So next is our 3 cardstocks. So I'm just going to show you one of each color so that you're not confused. Thank you, Dawn. So here are the 3 colors that's come to our store. So we have these 3. I call them this blue one here is the Lagoon. The yellow one here is the Yellow Sapphire, and the green one here is the Shamrock cardstock. So these are all heavyweight cardstock. You can hear from the sound here. You see, nice and sturdy cardstocks. So this one here, the green, the blue and the yellow is 110 lbs cardstock. You know, nice and good for making card bases or even just making your card fronts. And this one here, the green one is even heavier. So it is 120 lbs cardstock, nice and very thick. So yeah, these are the 3 cardstocks. So these two, the 110 lbs comes in a pack of 4, and the 131, which is the Shamrock cardstock, comes in a pack of 2. I did not make a huge pack because I wasn't sure if you guys would like a bigger pack or you are okay with the smaller pack. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys prefer. Do you want me to sell them more in bulk, like maybe 10 or 15 cardstocks in a pack? Or are you okay with having 2 or 4 pieces in a pack, you know, keeping the price down so that it's easier to grab multiple colors? Let me know. So that's the 3 cardstocks. And the 4 digital stamps, you can just check in the description box below. I have all the links in there. I did not print the digital stamps to show it to you. I guess you can just check it out online. So now let's move on to making cards, making the card. Okay, I'm not sure if I will have enough time to make 2 cards. I do have all my images printed out and cut. for 2 cards. So if I have time, I will go ahead and create 2 cards. If not, then just 1. So here, to start for my card front, as I said, I'm making shaker cards today. So here what I have done is I have taken the Lagoon cardstock and I have cut it to 4 by 5 1/4 inches. And I have 2 of them and I tape them 2 together with some post-it tape. Okay, I don't want it. Okay, I'm just gonna slowly take that out so that it doesn't. Yeah. So I trimmed I taped these 2 together. And I used a circle die to cut out a circle window for these 2 cardstocks. Okay, so this will be my card front. This will create a see-through shaker window for me. Okay, so that's there. So let's see. Okay, hi Gitanjali, hi Janine. Yes, that's what, Elizabeth. I also like small packs because that way I can grab multiple colors if the price point is a little low. So that's what I thought of having small packs. But yes, I can always add bigger packs in the store too if you guys want me to do that. So let me know. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to first go ahead and create my card front. I'm thinking since it's going to be kind of a Eastery looking scene, I'm going to add some ink blending here using some stencil and some inks. So here I have my MFT cloud stencil and I'm using a white pigment ink. My pigment ink is very, very, very old. You guys can use any white ink that you have in hand. And I'm using a blending brush. I keep this separately for just to use with my white inks. So try not to mix your blending brushes, especially the pigment inks, and if you're using it with any other dye inks or distress inks, try to keep it a little separate. So this is this one brush I use with my white pigment inks. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this to create a beautiful cloud card front. So here I'm just using my stencil and I'm just going to go ahead and add that. Wow, the pigment ink, it looks very nice and opaque right now, but when the ink dries, especially this ink, it's gonna get a little lighter. So I'm not worried about it looking very dark currently. So here I'm just gonna go ahead and add another one. Just turned my stencil to get different borders of the cloud. And here maybe a little bit at the bottom like this. Maybe I want nice clouds in this area, so I'm not giving big gaps and I'm just blending. So there you go. And maybe one more like this. And just want to add one more here. I think that looks good. I'm not going to add anything at the bottom. So you'll know why when I put together the whole scene. So here I'm just going to go ahead and this one, keep my ink aside, and I need to, I need to clean the surface here. So I'm just going to go ahead and use some paper towel and just clean this. And I'm using my heat gun to just heat this because it's pigment ink, so it's gonna take a little bit of time. I think that should be good. Sorry about the noise. Yeah, so okay. And And now I'm just gonna go ahead and first work on my shaker. So I'm going to use some double-sided tape here. You can also just use some cardstocks. Similarly, you can just cut the circle window out and have the cardstock there. But I did not have any spare cardstocks left. I have actually been using a lot of them lately, so I don't have enough of them. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my double-sided tape. So just give me a minute. Let me find my double-sided tape. Somehow it's not in front of me. Just give me a second here. Okay, finding my double-sided tape. So, okay. Okay, my other roll, I'm not able to find my other roll, so I'm gonna use this one. Usually this is a thinner double-sided tape. And I don't like to use this for my shaker cards, but I'm just gonna go ahead and double it and maybe triple it so that I get nice shaker well for my shaker materials to shake there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and double this here. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and put them together three times, so that I have a nice well for my shaker materials to sit in. So here, this is a very thick roll. It's very sticky and I just like it. To add a little bit of what I'm saying, a little bit of height to my images or something, because it's not that thick, but okay, we're just gonna work it with the shaker, with our shaker card today. Yeah, I'm babbling here a little bit because I'm not able to find my go-to foam, so I'm just a little nervous, I guess. So just give me a second to calm down. And yeah, I don't know. There are a lot of things on my floor, Heather, so I'm not able to find what I'm actually looking for. I'm actually in between organizing my whole craft area. It's been a mess since I moved, so I'm just trying to put everything together. So everything is messed up here. It's crazy. If you would see how I'm crafting in between the whole mess, you would be like, how are you crafting? So yeah, but yeah, so here I'm just gonna go ahead. So I have laid these three times so that I have a nice thick shaker well for my shaker materials to sit in. I did not lay them very nicely, so I'm just trying to cut off the excess here. Okay. Some scissors. Yeah, this is very thick, so sorry, very sticky. This foam tape is very sticky, so yeah, it's a little hard to use with the scissors, but okay, there you go. Yes, Janine, the struggle is real. It's just that mine is on the camera. But I'm glad you guys are so good and so supporting. So I just love that I don't have to worry about being very professional or anything. And I can just bring all my mess on the camera and just craft here with you guys. So I'm just using my, just bringing in more foam tape. I'm trying to layer them all together. Just give me a minute here, taking my time. They are a little hard to take out, like the backing, it's a little hard. They're really, really sticky. Okay. So there you go, 3 layers. Okay, not that. So this is the, okay, I skipped one step here. I forgot to add the clear sheet on both my windows. So good that I remembered just now. So I have not added the foam tape all around. So just give me a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and add some clear sheets first here, and then add the foam tape. So you can even use vellum or some mesh, like for creating shaker wells. But if you're using vellum, you won't be able to see everything very clearly. It will be cloudy. And if you are using mesh, you want to make sure that you're using only big shaker materials, not the teeny tiny ones, especially not with the seed beads and all, because they are gonna come out of your shaker well. So I always like to use my clear sheets because I think they just give a very good view of all the shaker materials that's inside your shaker well. So yes, but I also like the mesh. If you have some bigger shaker materials, then you can use the mesh too. Like fine mesh, you can find a fine mesh and you can use that. So just trying to make it a little more smaller here. I think this is good. This should fit here. So I'm just gonna try and pull this part, this one here. Good, I did not push these all the way, so they are still not nicely stuck to my my cardstock here. I'm just gonna go ahead and add some double-sided tape using my ATG tool, making sure I cover all the edges so that my shaker materials don't come off from these side edges. And here, okay, so there you go. That is nicely in there. And here I'm just gonna, there you go. Yeah, good, I remembered it right now. Okay, looks like PJB Stamper is having some issues with her video. Sorry about that. Okay, so here, this one is here all done. Now I can add the double-sided tape to this one. Yeah, this looks good from the back too. Okay, and here, just gonna go ahead and stick now. So I'm going to continue adding the double-sided tape. And that is only the reason I don't like this tape. You can see how sticky these tapes are. They're stuck to my scissors really badly here. Okay, yes, yeah, there you go. If you have any kind of these tape and if you have problems and you have all these sticky things on your scissor, you can use one of these eraser to use and remove the stick. It just works really nicely and helps remove all the stick from the scissors. This is a very handy tool. I use this very frequently in my craft store. You can see all the love I have given to this one here. I'm not gonna go do that right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly put the tape all around so that I have my well nicely done. You want to make sure you secure your well from all sides very nicely. So here I'm just making sure that it's nice and closed. Okay, I just have to make one more layer. So I'm just going to bring this roll once again, create 3 layers together. And that's it. Yes, you can use the packing materials from the stamps for the clear sheet too. Yes, Heather, thank you. I forgot about that. I always keep my packing materials. I do not throw them out. I use them too for my shaker cards. So yes, you can use that too. It's just that sometimes some of my packing materials, they get these like marks. I want my shaker card to be nice and with no, I don't know what it should say, creases, I would say. Like sometimes because the packing materials are not that stiff like the clear sheets that we are using here. So you get that folds and all, which I don't like. But yes, if you make sure that when you get your packing materials and you keep it nicely, then you can just use that. Yes. So there you go. Just almost done with my shaker. So here it is. So you can see, nice and good. And I'm just gonna go ahead and use a little bit of anti-static powder tool here, just to make sure that I don't have any stickiness going around, and it will also remove any static, so that my shaker materials are not just stuck in one place and they'll nicely move all around. So that's there. I'm gonna maybe use one big brush here. Just a minute, let me grab that to brush off the excess powder. Just clean everything. And I'm thinking of using the Easter Remix Claybits for this shaker. So just taking that out of the packing here, and here just gonna throw in as is. Since I added 3 layers of foam tape here, I think I can add these many shaker materials in there. I think it's gonna shake nice and good. So here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and remove all the backing. Now this is gonna take me a few minutes here. So let me just carefully remove the backing. Okay, not happening from that side. Let's see if I can do it from this side. Yep, got it. Oops. There you go. A little bit from here. Also, I'm sure you guys know, but just letting you know that today is the hop day. Today is our new release day. So we have a hop. It's a mini hop with 3 people in it. And we have a $25 gift certificate to a giveaway to our store. So don't forget to hop along and leave some nice comments for all of us in the hop. And I will go ahead and announce the winner on February 22nd on our social medias. So it would be on our YouTube community post and on Instagram too. So if you haven't yet hopped along or commented there, please go ahead. I encourage you to go and encourage all of us and before I forget, I need to add some clear sheet in here too. Yeah, today I don't know why I'm forgetting steps here. I guess I'm too excited. Does this happen to you guys? Have you ever made a shaker card without a clear sheet on it? So here I'm just gonna go ahead and use my double-sided tape. Just yes, the links to the hops, thank you Elizabeth, the links to the hops are on the blog, so when you go to the Crescent Creation blog you will be able to find it, and I will add the links in this video too later in once after the live. Once the live is done, I'm gonna go ahead and add the links here too. I forgot to add the links to our hop today, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that after the live for you. So if anyone is watching us on rewatch, they can grab the links just at the description box below. So trimming off the excess that's hanging from the side here, that was just a little bit of it, and now I'm gonna go ahead and close our shaker well. So just easy peasy. Since we die cut these two pieces together, we don't have to worry about them lining together nicely. We just have to make sure the edges line up and the windows will line up automatically because we die cut them both together. So here you go, and that's how, and this is how it looks. So there you go. Oh, I love the sound of the shaker. This is just amazing. The cards, so just wanted to let you guys know, like anytime I go to a birthday party, even if it is adults or my kids' friends, they all expect a card from me now. They are used to it. They know that I'm going to bring a card, and they're so used to getting the interactive cards. They're like, every time I need to bring an interactive card for them. So yeah, they like that so much. So here, we're gonna just go ahead and add this to the, so here I have already used a grass border die, and I have already cut this, but I need to add this here to my seam. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna quickly go ahead and die cut this from the circle that I die cut my circle window. Okay, so here I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. So let me go grab my die cutting machine here. And my plates. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put this here. So this will now fit into my shaker window very nicely. And I'm also planning to add one more at the back so that it looks nice and tidy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut another one from another grass border that I had already die cut. So here, just gonna try to do this. So here are the two grass borders. I'm just going to go ahead and remove my machine now very carefully. Sorry about the wire hanging here. I usually go live from my phone, and I try to put it on charge so that it does not go, off on me, like it doesn't switch off on me. So here the wire today it's very long and it's hanging, so I'm so sorry about it. It keeps coming back. So here, so I'm thinking to put this border die here like this, and the other one from the back goes on here like this, so that it looks nice and clean and you don't see all the, so like this. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and glue these two together in place first. Adding this to the, oops, making sure it's nice and straight. So there you go. So yeah, as I was saying that people love interactive cards for me, but they always love the shaker cards from me. Somehow shaker cards are everyone's favorites, kids or adults. They always love the shaker cards. And here goes the second one at the back. So it's a little taller, so you will be able to see a little bit of the grass peeking from the window from the other side too. So that just looks so neat to me. I just really like that part. So this is how the front is gonna look till now. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and color the images. So I have all the images from the Easter Bunny digital stamp. So I'm just thinking what images to use. Maybe I can have this guy here from, just sitting on the grass, and maybe this one here just going around maybe, or maybe this one here and this guy here, maybe like this, like looking at each other. And I was thinking, since I'm trying to make an Easter card, let's add some eggs in here. So maybe we can have this egg here near him. What do you guys suggest? Should I do this, or what should I do? Do you think this is a good setup? Just looking around in the on my images, what else I can put in here. I can even add this here if I want, and maybe give this guy one egg in his hand, like he's trying to pick eggs, or maybe put the eggs in the basket, something like this. Yeah, maybe this looks better. And this one is just sitting around and looking at him, saying, I don't want to do any work. I like to have some kind of story on my card going on, something, a little scene that says some story or something. I just like that. So yeah, maybe I think this looks good. So let's go ahead and color these images. I'm gonna go ahead and color them. You can a little grayish. I'm thinking to use cool gray markers instead of warm gray markers today, and keep them very, very light. So using some cool gray markers. I'm just taking the markers out, deciding what colors I want to use. I'm thinking to use C1 and C3 as my darkest color, and maybe C00 if I find it. Yes, C00 as my lightest. So C3, C1 and C00. Okay, C3 as my darkest and C3 as my light, C00 as my lightest. So I'm starting with my darkest marker, which is my C3, and I'm just gonna go ahead and come in and add some shadows. Okay, I want to keep these bunnies white, so I'm not bringing the colors too inside. I just want to add a little bit of these wherever I think the shadows will be, and all those joints and folds and all those areas. Okay, little bit on his tail here. And for his face, I'm thinking to get the shadow from the right side because he's kind of facing the right. So here, like this, maybe a little bit with a little bit of shadows here and here on his ears. Yeah, that looks good. I might have to come back and add a little bit more, but I'll see that once I add the rest of the colors. So next I'm going in with my C1 and I'm just blending the colors here, making sure I pull that C3 that I just added. Okay, but not too inside. I'm trying to control my strokes and add very little strokes here so that I still have a lot of white space so that the image still looks that it's white in color and not really gray. Okay, in this area just a little bit, pulling from the body here. Just tiny strokes, control your strokes, and that will give you a very nice white looking bunny with nice shadows going all around. Okay, lastly coming in with C00 and just blending everything out. Again, small strokes, and I'm not going towards the white. If you really see, I'm just not going towards the white. I'm still going over the C3, the darker areas, and just pulling a little bit of colors to the inside, making sure I don't touch that white area. I want this area to be white, and the best way to do that is adding no color in that area. There you go. Little bit near the hands. Just going with my C00. And here, just blending this area, the tummy part, the back of his body, and the tail. With the ears. I think that looks good. Once we add all the colors, it's gonna look cute. So here for his nose, I just want to make it a little more darker. So I'm bringing in C5 and adding that to his nose. And to add a little bit of pink to this bunny, I'm using R13 as my RV13 as my darkest color here. Just adding at the very bottom of his ears, a little bit to both of his cheeks and also to his mouth here, and maybe a little bit to his tummy here too, the little bit of the bottom of the tummy that's showing. So that, do you want me to maybe go a little bit zoom in? I'm so sorry, I forgot about that while I was coloring. So yeah, I hope this helps. So sorry about that. So here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend my RV13 with RV10 here. So I'm just gonna quickly go ahead and blend that, the RV13 with my RV10. So that's, and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend these all RVs using my C00 so that it does not look that stark pink. You want it to be nicely blended with the grays that you just used. So that is how my image looks. That's all. That is all. So do you guys like the coloring? What do you guys think? Thank you so much, Dawn. I'm so glad that you guys are loving the release. So here, now I'm going to go ahead and color the next bunny here. This time I'm all zoomed in, so you will be able to see what I'm doing more clearly. Again, I'm coming in with my C3 marker and adding shadows, starting with adding the shadows under the neck. And I'm just gonna go ahead and add all the shadows. The shadows are coming from the left since he's facing left. That's how I determine how I want, from which area I want my shadows to come on my images. I usually try whatever area the image is facing, or the critter is facing towards, is the area where the shadows will come from. So this is, since he is facing towards the left, so the shadows are gonna come from the left. So all the dark colors will be towards the left and the light on the right side. And it was completely opposite on this guy. So he was facing the right, so the shadows came from the right and the lighter shades are towards the left. So I'm gonna add on to his hands too here, just at the bottom. here near the legs, a little bit here under his other hand, a little bit under the legs, his tail, and for his face, since everything is coming from the left, so he'll have a nice shadow going around on his left ear or left side of the face, and then a little bit on his ears. Again, trying not to make very big strokes. Little strokes is the key here to keep the image nice and white. Now I'm just coming in with my C1 and blending the C3 and just pulling the color a little bit inside. See here under the neck area, then his legs, the bottom of his body, the tail, a little bit in this area, his left arm, and now his ears. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Now lastly, I'm going to go ahead and come in with my C00 and just blend the colors. Again, keeping the strokes small. Smaller strokes will give you more control and let you have that nice and white space that you're looking for to create this into a white bunny instead of a gray bunny. I have done this a lot of times. I kind of forget that I need a controlled strokes, and by the end, my bunny or any critter that I'm coloring kind of looks all gray instead of looking white. So the key here is to have a lot of white space. That's what's going to give you the nice white look, because that's your highlight area. The lightest color is not your highlighted color here. The area that you leave, that you do not color, that you do not touch, is your highlight color, and that is how it makes the white color look, the images look white. So here, all done with these, I'm just gonna go back with my RV markers. RV13 is my darkest marker at the bottom of the ears, a little bit to his cheeks, a little bit towards his tummy, on here. Then RV10 to blend the RV13 just very lightly. Ears, cheeks, and tummy again. And then I'm gonna come back with C00 and just blend these RV colors so that they don't look very stark pink, like dark pink. You want it to be blended with your grays, so just that. So almost done with all my grays here. I'm just gonna quickly go ahead and use my C5 to touch his nose and a little bit of RV13 for his mouth here. That's all. So both my bunnies are ready. Now for my basket and the eggs, since I have these nice pink and yellow and blue-green colors going in my shaker card, I'm thinking to use those colors for my eggs and a little bit of brown for my basket. And I did not cut this area. So here, this area where you're actually not supposed to see anything, the basket part, you can either cut this using an X-Acto knife, or what you can do is you can try and match the color. So since it is sitting here, the background is supposed to be green because it's like the grass is supposed to be behind here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to color this area with green color. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. I hope I'm able to explain that better. So here I'm just going to go ahead and use a green color and color this green so that it kind of looks like you don't have that white space. Instead, what is behind it, which is the grass in this area, in this instance. So here we go, just green. I used YG67 here for the green. So here you see what I'm talking about. So you don't really have to cut the area. Sometimes if you're not very used to the X-Acto knife, you can just go ahead and color it with the color that's behind it. so that it looks all blended and good together. For my browns, I'm thinking to use some E-markers, brown, and today I'm using E49, E47 and E44 Copic markers. I like this combination of brown, especially the lighter as it goes, like the E44, E43, E42, E41 are my like really favorite browns. They're like this nice browns, light browns that you can color all your critters and they look very beautiful. But then I recently got these two, the E47 and E49, and I added that to my collection because I think these three browns together goes very good with the wood. Like if you want to color a tree or a branch or a basket, I think these three colors look very good together. The E49, E47 and E44 Copic markers. So here I'm using my E49 and just adding shadows. Since this is a basket and it's literally not facing anywhere, it's just like sitting like this, the front. So you kind of think of the shadow or coming from the front kind of. So I'm just gonna bring in the center, the light will be in the center and the shadows will coming from both sides. That's what I'm gonna do here. So just adding some in this area. I'm not coloring all the details here. It's gonna take me a whole lot of time. So I'm just going and quickly coloring this, adding a little bit here at the bottom, the shadows, and then from both sides. Then I'm gonna go ahead and use my E47 and just add the shadows here and here. Just pull the colors. And then lastly come in with E44 and then just add all this. So, and I'm going to quickly just touch these with my E44 here. Also the top here, the basket handle. Just being careful that I don't go out of the line here. And I'm just going to quickly add the E49 in this area, just from both sides coming up, and then blend with E47. Sorry about that noise at the background. I forgot to do the do not disturb. So you will be hearing the notifications every time I have some message or something from on my computer. So yeah, that's there. And here I'm just using E44, the lightest color, and blending everything out. I think I like that. I got a little bit out here, but that's okay. If you are bothered, you can use the colorless blender and push the color inside and it will do the job. Or you can even use a white gel pen and just add a little dot and it will go away. It won't show. I can actually show you how it looks with a white gel pen. So here is my white jelly roll pen. I'm just going to quickly go. You see, boo-boo is fixed. That little boo-boo is all fixed. So I like to use sometimes, if it is a very big area, then I like to use my colorless blender first to push the color inside. But if it is just a tiny dot like this one, I just like to use my jelly roll pens, my white gel pen. So it just hides it very easily. Now for my pinks and yellows and green, blues in here for my egg, I'm just gonna quickly use just two colors per shade, 2 shades per color, and just finish the coloring here. So for the yellow, I'm using Y19 as the darkest color and Y13 as the lightest color, and just giving that. So Y19 and Y13. For the pink, I think I'm gonna go back and use the RV13 and RV10. So that's my RV13 and RV10 here. And for the blue, I'm thinking to go with the BG colors, the aqua colors. And I'm using BG15 and BG11 here. So that's my BG15 in here, and this is my BG11. So just okay, and I'm gonna quickly use the same BGs to add here to the dots of this egg, like to, and thinking of using the yellow color, so the Y19 for this egg here, and just blend it with Y13. So that's it. And that's a very good idea, Elizabeth. I'm just checking my messages here, the chat. Yeah, I think that would be good to create a coloring page with these images. Aren't they gonna look so cute? A whole image, a whole page with all the spring colors and these cute critters. Oh my gosh, that's gonna look very cute. And that's what I love about digital images. You can make them big or small according to your need, and you know, you can fit them anywhere. So yeah, so this guy is gonna go here like this, or maybe in the front, I'm not yet sure. Maybe something like this, so a little bit of grass on his face. And this one here, the basket would be here, and this guy can be here with one of the eggs in his hand. So what do you guys think? Should I put this little guy at the back, all the way back, then this area looks a little empty, or should I put him here? What do you guys think? Please let me know. Here, here, at the back of the grass, or in the front? Until you guys answer, I'm just gonna go ahead and glue these pieces here. So let me grab my liquid glue. Hi Deborah, hello. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and stick to creating one card. I won't be able to do 2 cards today because it's almost an hour now. So yeah, but I'm gonna create some cards and I'm gonna show you more cards maybe tomorrow, or maybe day after tomorrow actually. So yes, I want to move this a little bit on towards the left, and yeah, I like that. And this one here maybe with the bunny, with the egg like this. Yeah, so I'm gluing them directly. I'm not using any more foam tape. I don't want to add any more bulk to my card, so I'm not using any more foam tape. I'm just directly gluing them to my card front using some liquid glue. You can, if you want, to add this egg a little bit with a foam tape, but I don't want to add any more bulk. It seems I'm having a lot of trouble mailing my cards if they are too bulky. If they're too bulky, they ask me to pay for first class mail price, which is almost like $4 to anywhere. So I'm trying to make less bulky cards nowadays, which is very hard for me. I love all the dimension on my card. So anytime I know that I have to hand deliver my cards, I just go ahead and add as much bulk as I want to, but for the cards that I have to mail, I'm trying to use less foam tape and try to make it more flat. So this is my little scene here. So this is how it looks, and this is the back. So you almost cannot see the bunny so much. You can if you move it, but I think I'm fine with it. I kind of fuzz with these things. I don't like this as much, but I think today I'm okay with it because of all the shaker materials that's going around, so you cannot really see. and it looks just pretty. So this is how it looks. And for my sentiment today, you can choose any of the sentiments from the set. There are a lot of sentiments. These are all the sentiments that are all in the set. I'm all ears, I care about you, you are a good egg, have an excellent Easter or spring, you make me so happy, hippity hoppity, Easter's on its way. So you can use any of these sentiments, but today I'm thinking of white heat embossing my sentiment. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this set from Honeybee Stamps, which is in our store. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this Happy Easter set, Happy Easter sentiment. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take this out from Honeybee Stamps. This is the Easter Buddy stamp set from Honeybee. I believe it is from last year. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my acrylic block here, and I'm just using my fingers to rub on the stamp set. It is a new set, I haven't used it yet, so I'm just conditioning the stamp set with the stamp with my fingers. I'm just making sure it's nice and conditioned. I took my time here. It's better to condition your stamp nicely, and you can use your fingers or an eraser to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and use my anti-static powder tool here before I go ahead and stamp the sentiment. Just using a clear ink. My ink is from Simon Says Stamp. You can use any clear ink that you have in hand. Just going to go ahead and stamp this here, making sure it's straight. I think it is. Okay, there you go. Just give it a minute. Very lightly pressing it so that I know the whole stamp is nicely touching my card front, and just give it a few seconds and then pull it out. And you see, I got a very nice crisp sentiment there. You can even leave this just as is. It gives a very nice tone on tone look, but I wanted to do make the color white. So here I am just pouring a little bit of white embossing powder on it. Oops. So there you go. Let me just zoom out a little bit, move this here so that you guys can see more of what I'm doing. Okay. I just kept my embossing powder away, and I'm just gonna use a brush to brush off the excess that's around my sentiment. Just brush off the excess powder carefully. If you don't brush off the excess powder, when you bring in your heat gun, you will actually heat set those powders around too on your card front, which you do not want. So just there you go. I'm just gonna go ahead and bring there you go. So that's Happy Easter, nicely heat embossed. Hey Dawn, you're going. Bye Dawn. Okay, so oh sorry, Dawn is not going, Gitu is going. Oh, bye Gitu. So sorry, I'm just looking at the messages, just not all of them. Okay. Oh yeah, yes, now I saw them. Yes. Okay, so there you go. That is all done. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put this onto this card. So I did not create a, should I use a white card base, or this looks good? I thought this looks much better. So what I'm going to do is, since I want it to be nice and clear, I'm just thinking, since I made this, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut a circle out of this area too, so that you still see that nice and clear window. I'm just thinking, I'm not sure what I want to do here, so I'm just thinking what I want to do. You like the blue, Elizabeth? Okay, then I'm gonna stick with the blue, but I want to see the window here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use the circle and cut out the circle from this my card base too. I forgot about that earlier. I did not think of it ahead of time. So here you go. I'm just gonna go ahead and just cut this, kind of eyeball it here. Just making sure that when I bring in my card front, it looks nice and centered. So yeah, I think this is a good area. I'm just gonna go ahead and use a little bit of tape and tape this. I'm looking for my tape here, just a second. Okay, yeah. And I'm gonna go ahead and pass it through my Gemini machine. You're gonna listen a little bit of that noise when I'm gonna use my Gemini machine. I don't have the Gemini Junior, I have the Gemini, just the regular Gemini. And I like to, since I'm cutting through 2 pieces of cardstock, and this is a thick cardstock, I like to use my Gemini. It does a very good job cutting through thicker cardstocks. So here is my Gemini, the plates for my bigger Gemini. This is my magic mat from scrapbook.com. If you have not been using the magic mats from scrapbook.com, you should use them. It's a game changer for all your die cutting machines, especially for Gemini, especially. And here is my sandwich for my Gemini. I'm just gonna go ahead and feed it through my machine now. You're gonna listen to the noise. And here it is. So you see, nice clean cut in one pass. That's the Gemini. I love the Gemini for these reasons. So I actually created a complete window for my card base. I wanted that clear sky. I see that Deborah asked me to keep the blue sky, but then I had to go ahead and add some stenciling, which I didn't want to do anymore. So I just went ahead and cut the whole sky here. So now when I put this here, you're gonna see this nice window through the card, like all through the card, but still you will have enough space to write your message inside. So I think it should be all good. So here I'm just gonna go ahead and use my double-sided tape, add it to the back of my card front, so that and now I'm gonna go ahead and glue this to my, okay. So what I want is make sure that your windows are lined up, that's all. So I'm just gonna go ahead and turn this to see if my windows is nicely lined up or not. So I'm just gonna go back and forth a couple of times to make sure this is nice and straight for me. Yeah, almost there. So yeah, this is how it looks. There you go. So this is my card here. And I'm just going to go ahead and quickly use my white gel pen and add some highlights to all these two cute bunnies. So there we are. Almost there. Some on the cheeks, 3 dots on the cheeks. That's it. I just love how this card turned out. I hope you guys did too. Do check out the new release and the giveaway hop on our blog. So this is how the card looks. Thank you. I'm glad you guys liked it. I liked it too, and this is how it looks from the inside. You still have plenty of space to write your message for the recipient, and that's just a cool see-through shaker card. You can, if you want. I like this as is. I don't want to add any more embellishments, but if you like this, if you don't like this area empty, you can actually add the jewels from this shaker mix onto the card, but I'm just gonna leave it as is. I just love this just as is. I think it turned out very cute. So adorable. So yeah, that's how it is. So thank you guys for joining me. I'm so glad you guys were here. And if you are watching me on rewatch, thank you so much for watching this video. Please go ahead and check out our blog for our today's release and the hop. Leave us all some love. We just love to see all your comments and messages on our blogs and videos. And just a heads up, I have another video coming up tomorrow on my YouTube channel. It's not a live, it's just a video, and I created this cute slimline card using some lawn fawn products. So I just wanted to show you. I'm so excited about this card. I actually used the woodland critter huggers die, and I created a skunk out of it. So that's it for today. I'm just gonna wait. If you guys have any questions or anything for me on the comment section, I'm just gonna wait and read a few of the messages, and then I'm gonna go ahead and switch off the live. Thank you, John. Thank you so much. Could you always flip-flop the bunny and add one to the inside of the... Yes, you can, Don. Yes, you totally can. If that bothers you, if you want the back of the bunny showing too, you can just flip him and add to the back of these two. I do that a lot with my images, but today I just thought because of the shaker card, it wouldn't matter so much. So yes, you can do either ways, whatever you like. Okay, I guess then. Thank you so much again for joining me. I'll see you next week. Until then, happy crafting. Bye.